Are you ready to fully own more of your energy field, more of your full consciousness, and meet new parts of yourself for the first time ever in this lifetime? Because that is part of the process we're in into 2026. The energy is moving through us and coming in now, introducing us to new ways of living our life, connecting us with new dreams and potentials, and revealing what you need to do to make it happen, make it real. We have a lot of energy and a lot of astrology in 2025. I'm sure you've heard all about it. Of course, yours truly is also part of that, giving you those messages. But what I'm actually looking at specifically in this video is the Saturn in Aries sextiling Pluto in Aquarius, and how there is a strengthening in the self, an empowered new version of you that is ready to show up and is ready to be an aspect of yourself that is made real. And not only is it the Saturn in Aries sextiling Pluto in Aquarius, but of course we have Neptune in Aries here too, working with Pluto and working with Saturn. Now, just to note that Neptune and Pluto have traveled in a sextile with each other for decades. So when you're looking at, for example, astrology charts, you often see in almost every chart going back at least into the 40s, the 1940s, Pluto is sextiling Neptune. So that's just part of how we are spiritually evolving in this lifetime, that these are the two outer planets working together in that sextile, showing us new opportunities, new ways of harnessing our potentials, and bringing in what we need for this stage of our evolutionary growth. But when we bring in Saturn being a part of this conversation, and Saturn being your 3D physical reality, Saturn in Aries wants you to own who you are, what you want, what you desire. Saturn in Aries is aligning with our personal frequencies now so that you can step forward into more of yourself. And with Saturn sextiling that Pluto in Aquarius, it's the evolutionary push to be unique, to be different, to go your own way, to strike out on your own. There's a strengthening here in how we're ready to approach our lives in a whole new way. But what does that mean? What does that even look like? I mean, we can say these things, right, and ask these questions, but what does that really mean? Well, part of 2025 is how Saturn and Neptune, they're tumultuous together at times. They're stirring up the storms. They're bringing up what needs to be completed and finalized so that you can move forward. And so we are getting these visions, hints, understandings of what is possible, what's to come, what you want next. But then also it brings us back into the awareness of, but I've got to finalize all this, or get rid of all that, or close out this part of my life, this part of how I've lived my life, what I thought my life would be about. It's definitely challenging our unconscious programming around what it means to live a good life and what that looks like for you now. And of course, it depends on many factors. Depends on your generation, your age, your lifestyle, your culture, your beliefs, where you live, many, many factors. But what we're being guided towards are new starts in ourselves that are meant to honor who you are now after all the healing you've done, after all the things you've been through, whether it's been the dark nights of the soul, the inner child work, everything you've transitioned away from. I know so many of you've had to trust in really big ways, especially the past 15, 20 years. And it could be that now you're starting to see, I've been trusting, healing, growing, and evolving for all these years. And now the universe is bringing us to these powerful new beginning points that want you to be very intentional. And so this could be a time when you're sitting with, what do I really want? What really matters to me? What do I need? What am I realizing is important now that maybe wasn't important 2 years ago? What am I realizing is resonating with me, even if it sounds wacky and crazy and ridiculous? Saturn in Aries, sextiling Pluto in Aquarius is the wildest dreams and a sense of unexpected realizations around what you want that you're ready for now. And the sextile is supportive developments, meaning this can happen for you. This can come together. This can show up. And the energies are strongest in the early degrees of Aries and the early degrees of Aquarius. They're dancing together, Saturn and Pluto in the sextile. They're following up on their conjunctions in Capricorn in 2020. So if you were to break it down into the past 5 years, how your life has been restructured, how you've made changes, how you've had to shift and adapt, but also up-level your life. What have you come to realize that's really important to you now? And from that awareness, where are you saying, this is my new starting point? And it's from this connection to who I am and what I need now that is giving me this desire to live more authentically, to live with a new truth to myself. And this energy is very radical in how we bust through what has been too burdensome, what has been too heavy, what's been weighing you down or holding you back. And I feel this is really important energy to connect with because, as I mentioned, Saturn and Neptune are still clearing out Pisces. And they're going to be clearing out these Pisces energies into 2026, which are the karmic endings, which is where you're phasing out energies that they just take time. They don't maybe go away as quickly as you'd like, or you can't transition as fast as you'd like. Strong Pisces energy can also feel powerless. Can feel like you don't know what to choose. There's overwhelm. There's a sense of I don't even know who I am or what matters to me. And here comes the universe giving us that consciousness and awareness that yes, you do know who you are. It was lost in the programming. It was lost in parts of yourself that were trying to get through, or you were living the life you thought you had to live, or you were going down a path that you were told would make you happy and successful. You know, you were doing the 9 to 5 and you thought maybe that's where I stay for 30 years, but that's all out the door. And so what I feel the universe is doing is it's bringing you in some hopeful dreams that whatever you want next is actually possible. So be intentional, choose wisely, and master your energy. Master what it is that's calling to you. Meaning, if you're getting some kind of wild, crazy dream that you want to move somewhere, that you want to try a new occupation, that you're feeling like your energy is drawing you into a new genre, a new book, whatever, just follow that, because part of this is that it tests us. And so we're coming up against parts of ourselves that are like, this is not who I am, or this is not what I thought I'd want, or what I thought I would do. And then there's this energy from the universe that's saying, just try it. Just test it out. Just scope it out. Just see where it goes. It's the best of blind faith. It's the best of what is there to lose. So we're moving into new chapters. We have new starts, new beginnings. That's all over the energy. And at the same time, we have really big endings unfolding that are, again, tumultuous and can feel like you're powerless. But know that the universe is giving you another direction here, a radical new direction. Something that it's like, it sounds crazy enough to work, that kind of energy. And you might find that it's exactly what you want or exactly what you need. So that's just part of what I'm seeing here with this energy of the outer planets, which are reshaping and reforming the collective, working with us at a grand scale, and also evolving our consciousness into new options and possibilities. So know that that's just part of the theme at this time. I hope it validates you. I hope it gives you a sense of, okay, that's why I've been thinking this or feeling this way, why I've been drawn to having a new concept about my life and what that could be. So we're going to have more big shifts and changes as we move through 2025 and into 2026. But this is about forming new parts of yourself that are pure, authentic, stable, and true. And I certainly hope that that is what you are feeling and sensing in yourself. Thank you for joining me as always, and I'll be back soon with another video here on my YouTube channel.